So, wollen wir uns mal auf die Socken machen, denn um 14 Uhr bekomme ich eine Bestellung und bis dahin haben wir das Spiel durch. Natürlich nicht, aber mal gucken, wie weit wir kommen. Ein bisschen Zeit haben wir noch. Ja, die letzte Folge, also es war gestern, heute ist ein neuer Tag, war schon irgendwie turbulent. Auch die Story an sich.
Shionne. Hi. Damn it.
Level 31 ohne Flammenschwert. Ah!
It's over. Slash. Lightning thrust. Mirage. Take this. Lunar Rondo. Mirage. Strike.
Aua!
You're mine. Mirage. Dazzle. Stardust. Mirage. I'm not done.
Au! Au! Was war das denn jetzt? Ach so.
You're mine. Stardust. Mirage. No. It can't end here.
Warte, nochmal. Holy. Okay, jetzt muss ich wohl richtig Gas geben. Okay, warte mal.
Take this. Here I come. Here I come. Swallow blade. Eternal devastation. Crush.
Die Attacke ist halt blöd, man kann in der Zeit nicht ausweichen.
Dazzle. Mirage. Swallow blade. Be still. Hurricane thrust. Lunar Rondo. Mirage. Strike. Slash. Pierce. Megasonic thrust. I'm not done. Slash. Be still. Mirage. This one's all mine. You picked the wrong fight.
Oh, ohne Flammenschwert gar nicht mal so cool.
Mirage. Dazzle. Mirage. You're mine. Lightning thrust. Mirage.
Aua, aua.
There. Sword Rain Alpha. Eternal devastation.
So, in dieser Zeit kann ich nicht ausweichen. In der ganzen Animation. Die Attacke ist schon stark. Aber gut, klar, dass sie dann diesen Nachteil hat, ne?
You're mine. Eternal
Ich kann mich hier nicht bewegen. Jetzt kann ich nicht bewegen. Aber es ist schon sehr lange. Gerade in diesem Spiel, finde ich. Ich mache jetzt einfach die Treffer-Kombo hier ganz hoch. Ah, geht gar nicht höher, okay. Oh, ich wollte die Spezialattacke einsetzen. Bevor ich jetzt dämlich sterbe.
You picked the wrong fight. Be still. Lunar Rondo. Mirage.
Mirage. Ups.
Here I come.
Ups. Ah, jetzt bin ich auch noch paralysiert. Das kann doch... Ach du liebe Güte.
This should do it. Take this. Stardust. Hurricane thrust. Mirage. Swallow blade. Dazzle.
Zum Glück sind die so langsam. Au. Okay. Okay, du bist nicht langsam. Du bist doch nicht so schnell wie andere.
Dazzle. Mirage.
Was eine Geburt? Das war ja schlimmer als jeder Bosskampf bisher. Oh, jetzt ist er so eine Memme geworden.
Alvin?
Jetzt soll ich ein bisschen näher kommen können.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Harros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shionne's close too, right?
Shionne? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
Rächer in Rente. Schön. Der Rächer in Rente. Kann nicht schaden. Oh, so viele Seesterne. Ist das die Insel Beside vom Final Fantasy X? Oh, oh, hier ist ein... Hey!
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation.
Hä, wo sollen die
Simply
Eule
keep an eye
sein?
on
Ach,
him.
da!
Right.
Ja, hallo! Geht das irgendwie nur von der anderen Seite oder so? Ah, von da, okay. Interessant. Hat sich da aber auch einen schönen Platz ausgesucht, muss man ja einfach mal sagen.
You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Ich wollte noch erwähnen gerade, ich kann weder springen noch rennen. Ist mir mal so aufgefallen.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Noch mehr Eulen? Oh mein Gott.
Alphen! boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shionne.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
Ist so still.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shionne. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shionne said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shionne I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shionne? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shionne Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shionne? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shionne too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Also ist Elfen ein Vampir. Deine Gruppe hat sich schon wieder aufgelöst. Na toll.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shionne's rescue? What do the others think?
Ich frage mich halt, wie es möglich ist, dass er so alt sein kann. Ich hoffe, dafür gibt es noch eine Erklärung. Und ich denke dann, wenn er so alt ist, dass Shionne irgendwie die 5. oder 6. Tochter, Nachfahrin von dieser Emiris oder wie sie hießen, ist. Wahrscheinlich Nachfahrin halt von der Naori. Oh ja. Oder er ist gar nicht so alt und er ist einfach nur ein Klon. Ich meine, die haben da so rumgewerkelt und da ist immer wieder neue Klone entstanden aus seinem Gedächtnis. Aus seinen Erinnerungen von ihm, von Alphen von damals. Eventuell, könnte ich mir auch noch vorstellen. Ein Schnellreisestandort. Er hat seine ganze Energie verloren. Er kann doch nicht mal mehr rennen. Das ist so traurig. Oh, Kühe. Doch, jetzt kann er. Er kann wieder rennen. Oh, sieht so schön hier aus.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renin sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renin, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renin. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Ohne das Flammenschwert? Wobei rein theoretisch, wir haben so viele Kerne. Warum kann er nicht eigentlich auch ein Erzschwert oder sowas benutzen? Pflanze ich ihn einfach hier so ein Ding hin, so ein Erdkern in den Hintern und dann ziehe ich immer das Schwert aus dem... Okay. Ja. Trank des Lebens. Kisara.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shionne needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renin starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Das ist ein richtiges Dialogfest geworden seit der letzten Folge. Oh, da hinten ist Lore. Ich werde nicht mehr.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shionne and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shionne, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shionne are going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already?
Yeah.
Poor Shionne must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Guter Plan. Okay. Wobei das ja ein netter Ort ist, ne? Muss man einfach mal sagen. Die Frage ist, kann er jetzt überhaupt noch das Flammenschwert führen? Oder wirft er es dann immer weg und sagt, heiß, 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 heiß. Ich bin ein Fisch. Ganz ehrlich, würde es hier noch Internet geben, würde ich hier wohnen wollen. Das ist voll chillig.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shionne or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shionne.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shionne?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shionne's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shionne or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shionne. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Auch wenn es jetzt nicht synchron war, nicht immer, die Stimmen, aber die Emotionen und der Sprecher von Lore war jetzt richtig, richtig gut. Muss ich sagen, ich habe richtig Gänsehaut bekommen. Einfach nur, weil ich die Emotionen gespürt habe aus dem Reden heraus. Und das bedeutet schon was. Fand ich richtig, richtig gut. Nur es hat zwischenzeitlich die Illusion genommen, weil halt manchmal nicht weil das nicht lippensynchron war. Aber sonst geil, war richtig gut. Aber ich glaube, die Synchronität ist auch eher an der japanischen Ausgabe angepasst.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zoogles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
I'm up for
Really?
it.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Das ging ja flott. Da hat sich ein aufge... Mitglieder, die deine Gruppe verlassen haben, sind zurückgekehrt. Fertigkeiten Matrix. Lore. Tollpatschiger Ausnahmekämpfer. Oh. Mehr AI. Wir haben eh kaum FP. Die Frage ist, warte mal, wen nehmen wir jetzt in die Gruppe? Wen nehmen wir in die Gruppe? Und wo müssen wir hin? Ach, da drüben. Ja, das sieht gut aus, weil ich glaube, Kisara kann auch ein paar Heals. Vielleicht können wir hier noch... Wir gucken mal eben. Und Winwell kann, glaube ich, zur Not auch ein paar Heals. Ein paar Heilungen Artes, oder? Habe ich ihr die schon beigebracht? Das klingt nice. Okay.
People, if we don't act fast,
When we don't act fast.
they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Ja, was ist denn da? Warum zeigt er da rein? Ja, und jetzt? Warum hat er hier reingezeigt? Ja. Lügenbold ist das. Ein Lügenbold.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Warte, hier ist ein Hudel. Hudelihu. Schnell. Ui. Super Saiyajins Affen.
If the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come.
Oh, die haben auch Bock. Die haben richtig Bock.
We can't let even a single one through.
There's a firm nose.
Oh, die Anordnung ist jetzt komplett anders. Das ist natürlich blöd.
Bet that shell hiding something tasty.
I'm gone.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Oh. Ei, ei, ei.
Look sharp. This one is mine.
lightning condemned!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Der kann keine mystische Art einsetzen. Wie blöd ist das denn?
You picked the wrong. Its armor's too strong. Be my guest.
Oh ja, Kisara kann ihn super hier. Sehr schön.
Swallow blade! Be still! Rip it tear! Do it! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes!
Irgendwie habe ich das Gefühl, dass Lore jetzt der Stärkste ist und Alphen mit einer der Schwächsten. Weil er das blöde Flammenschwert nicht mehr hat.
Armor won't save. I'll finish you here and now.
Frozen?
Hammer!
Now, take this. Start up.
Tempest Whirl!
Mirage. Be
Celestial
still.
Hammer! Razor ready!
Swallow dance.
Make it rain!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this island kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Shionne comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shionne, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion.
Pelegion.
According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Pelegion. Pelegion. Pelegion.
We don't know
Legion.
what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Klebriger Tentakel. Warte mal, können wir vielleicht auch neue Ausrüstung machen? Behausung. Und eine Quest direkt.
Can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point.
Okay.
Ihr wisst, wie man gegen Zeugel kämpft. Da muss ich euch um einen großen Gefallen bitten.
Why?
Ihr scheint wirklich in einer ernsten Notlage zu stecken. Ich hätte schwören können, dass wir bereits alle Zeugel ausgelöscht haben, die ins Dorf gelangen wollten. Oh, ihr wart das. Die Zeugel versuchen gar nicht, uns anzugreifen. Sie stehlen unsere Fische. Eure Fische? Ja, diese Affenzeugel haben riesige Arme. Sie schlagen mit ihnen auf dem Wasser... mit ihnen auf die Wasseroberfläche und erzeugen so massive Schockwellen. So betäuben sie die Fische, damit diese an die Oberfläche treiben und dort einfach weggeschnappt werden können. Entschuldigung. Meine Allergie kommt wieder durch. Irgendwie haben sie das in letzter Zeit gelernt und sie sind verdammt gut darin geworden, weil es uns hungrig macht. Da sitzt sie ja jetzt echt in der Patsche.
What?
Verdammt richtig. Es ist ja nicht so, dass Fische auf Bäume wachsen. Diese Raubfischerei ist nicht gut für unsere Gewässer.
Is that so?
Oh, es geht also eher darum, wie sie fischen und als um den Fakt, dass sie euch die Fische wegschnappen. Ihr seid die Einzigen, die das Zeug dazu haben, diese verrückten Affen zu vertreiben. Können wir uns auf eure Hilfe verlassen? Aber natürlich. Ich hätte es selbst nicht besser formulieren können. Die Situation hat sie echt entzürnt, da sie selbst Anglerin ist. Achso.
Great job.
Entschuldigung. Ich bin gerade ein bisschen neben der Spur. Das ist äußerst nett von euch, Ma'am. Tut mir, Ma'am. Ma'am. Dass Kisara jetzt nicht durchdreht. Sieht sie aus wie eine Ma'am. Tut mir leid, dass ich euch das aufbürde, aber wir wissen das sehr zu schätzen. Angelnde Scheusale. Okay. Aber hier oben muss irgendwo eine Eule sein.
Small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Von wo kam das jetzt? Ach, da. Oh, das sieht irgendwie grausam aus. Sternhaarspange. Okay.
You're saying we should check.
Können wir schon, oh, wir können schnell reisen. Dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir in den... Oh, geht nicht. Wieso geht das denn nicht?
The Owl Forest?
Ich wollte in den Eulenwald. Wir haben 25 Eulen. Oh ja. Mal sehen, was haben wir denn hier? Oh. Ach ja. Warte, wir haben keinen Donner... Warte, wenn ich einen Donnernagel habe, können wir das machen? Warum habe ich denn keinen Donnernagel? Jetzt habe ich den aus... Oh Mann. Jetzt habe ich den aus Versehen ausgerüstet. Mann, warum rüstet der das denn aus? Ah, okay. Ja, die zweitbeste Waffe ist gar nicht verkehrt. Glänzender Astralkristall. Sieht ein bisschen... Das sieht nicht angsteinflößend aus. Der Donnernagel. Es wird trotzdem nochmal plus 29 geben.
Equipment lately?
Ja, ich kaufe mal ein paar mehr Gilets ein. Oder auch nicht.
Did we really just... spend that much money?
Ja, wir müssen auch mal ein bisschen Geld ausgeben. Machen wir mal was Neues. Erfahrungsboost. Oh, ich glaube, wir müssen bald mal mehr Brassen fangen für den Erfahrungsboost. Das klingt sehr nice.
Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
Okay, nice. Ich würde sagen, wir hören uns doch einmal ganz kurz das Gespräch an. Mahavar wird vermisst.
By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going.
Gut, dass Sie das nochmal erläutert haben. Ich wollte wissen, wer Mahavar überhaupt nochmal war. Wir hatten jetzt so viele Gespräche, jetzt hören wir uns das nächste erstmal nicht an. Sondern gehen raus in die weite, weite Welt. Und es wird wieder eine Eule gespürt. Hier ist ein Lagerplatz, okay.
I think Hoodle senses an owl around here.
Okay, Dschungelabenteuer. Irgendwie will ich wissen. Das hört sich lustig
It
an.
feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Dann wollen wir mal gegen die ganzen Zeugel hier kämpfen. Vielleicht gibt es noch mehr bessere Waffen. Wobei ich glaube, ich muss die Anordnung nochmal anders machen. Obwohl es geht. Okay, ganz ruhig. Ich will die ganze Zeit das Flammenschwert benutzen, aber es geht nicht. Warum wechselt er das Ziel einfach? Da, das ist das Ziel.
It's over! Eat dirt! Luna Rondo!
Shining Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Now! You're mine! Stardust!
Thunderfield!
All good
Mirage!
things. This one is mine.
Alpha! Glitter Dragon! You're finished! Dragon Shell! You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Here I come! Swallow Blade!
Oh, okay, er weicht auch manchmal aus. Die weichen sogar manchmal aus. Die weichen sogar manchmal aus. Habe ich jetzt das erste Mal gesehen. Okay, wenn sie das können, warum tun sie das nicht öfters?
You're mine! Flaming Thrust! You're finished!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Frozen Hammer.
We can really make weapons?
Ich würde sagen, wir gehen erstmal nach ganz unten. Da ist eine Angelstelle. Auch interessant. Vielleicht gehen wir erstmal zu der Angel. Nee. Nee. Da gehen wir gleich hin. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal hier runter.
Go no further!
Take this! It's over!
This one's mine!
Right!
Better.
Raging storm!
Warte, sie hat einfach ein Item benutzt. Verdammt. Vielleicht muss ich das doch umstellen. Dass sie das nicht tun sollen.
Take this!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just
You
as
picked the
well,
wrong
I'm
fight.
here to stop it.
Eternal devastation! I'm not done! Rising dip!
Hit!
Take this! Stardust!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malika!
Be still!
Raging
Mirage!
storm!
Swallow blade!
Photon blast!
Lightning thrust! Ha! You're finished!
Ach, der lebt immer noch.
You're mine!
Was ist denn da los?
Holy Land! Tempest Whirl!
Okay, es verwirrt mich, dass sie den Heal nicht einsetzt. Da müsste man bei den Einstellungen mal gucken. Aua.
I have no limits!
I have no limits.
Mirage! Strict! Next! Mirage!
Doch vielleicht in Form von KP.
Tempest Whirl!
That was a little close for comfort.
Okay, hier geht's direkt mal hoch.
What's this thing?
Okay, einen Moment. So, ich glaube, wir müssen Kiyosawa mal ein bisschen umändern. Hat die nicht gerade diesen Heal eingesetzt? Heilung, genau. Ja, sie hat nicht viel. Aber wo konnte man das nochmal einstellen? Oh, man kriegt auch noch mal einen Abschlussbonus, sehe ich gerade. Das erste Mal. Gut zu wissen. Aber wo Strategie so? Heilung und Unterstützung Art ist im Kampf einsetzen. KP mit Objekten wiederherstellen, wenn HP niedrig sind. Heilungsart ist einsetzen und Abstand halten, wenn in Gefahr KP, HP mit Objekten. Nichts tun, nur heilen. Ja, das ist natürlich auch blöd. Das hier mit dem Abstand halten, das regt mich ein bisschen auf. Also, dass es da nicht mehr gibt. Ah, okay, warte, keine Objekte, das ist gut. Keine Objekte, so. Wie gebe ich denn jetzt jemanden die Strategie? Oh, okay. Okay. Ja, machen wir mal lieber 50%. Jetzt hat er daraus eine individuelle Strategie gemacht, okay. Gut, man könnte natürlich auch noch die Attacken einfach rausnehmen. Dann kann ich das echt nur im Kampf machen? So verwirrend gerade so.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Dann gehen wir mal ran.
It'll be a breeze.
Heilungs- und Unterstützung hat es im Kampf einsetzen. KP mit. Warte mal, macht der... Nee. Ah, okay.
Get in, get out.
Here I come!
In a bind.
It's over! It's on!
Tiger Blade! Are those arms even natural?
You picked the wrong fight! Lightning thrust! Here I come! Mirage! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Lightning!
Okay. Die sind alle da hinten zugange. Dann gehe ich auch dahin. Meine Güte.
I'm ready to go.
Lightning thrust!
Tear you apart.
Mirage!
Going in.
Now you see what I can do.
I'll take you
Ja, jetzt
all
hat er voll
on.
daneben gehauen. Ernsthaft?
Flare Demolisher.
Also Kizawa gibt auch richtig Gas.
It's over!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Lecker Tomaten.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia Pride.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
If you need help with anything, just let me know.
Komm, mit Windmill.
Mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hoodle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hoodle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shionne is the big sister, and Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hoodle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hoodle for a bit. Hoodle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
Aber wozu gibt es das hier? Ob es hier später irgendwie weitergeht oder so? Oder ist es später vielleicht noch ein Zeuge? Weil hier auch einfach halt ein Lagerfeuer ist. Das ist so random. Da kommt man doch irgendwie nachher hin. Da bin ich mir da kann man doch später noch was machen. Wäre enttäuscht, wenn nicht. Okay. Ich dachte, wir hätten einiges gefunden, aber nein.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'm on! Can't get out of this!
Ich muss das wieder... Nee, ist immer noch die individuelle Strategie, okay. Warum fokussieren die jedes Mal einen anderen an? Jetzt gehen sie auf den. Also ich fühle mich ein bisschen veräppelt hier. On guard.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Looks like we...
Okay, Erstatten wir nochmal Bericht? Ja, machen wir.
On.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Okay.
Wie läuft's mit den Affenzeugeln? Wir haben sie alle ausgelöscht. Eure Fische sind vorerst sicher. Oh ja? Das ist gut, dann müssen wir jetzt nicht mehr hungern.
Yes!
Ich liebe es wirklich zu angeln. Es gibt nichts Besseres, als rauszugehen und seine getreute Angel auszuwerfen. Oh, eigentlich benutzen wir hier Netze zum Fischen, damit geht's viel einfacher.
Really?
Ihr tut was? Sie fischen lieber große Mengen, wohingegen du den Nervenkitzel des Zweikampfs schätzt. Das ist einfach ein anderer Ansatz. Wenn du mal einen Angelpartner suchst, komme ich gerne mit. Dohalim. Hier geht's ganz schön zur Sache. Sieht so aus, als hättest du einen ganz schönen Brocken am Markenkumpel. Wie auch immer, danke für eure Hilfe mit den Affenzeugeln. Jetzt können wir wieder in Ruhe fischen. Oh. 3-mal Trank des Lebens, sehr nice.
Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
Ja, wir gehen jetzt auch zu einem Angelplatz.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll trust your judgment.
Ah, sie laufen mir hinterher. Oh, das sieht irgendwie gruselig aus.
All right. Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
Ein danesischer Barsch.
Ha! There we go.
Oh, ich habe das Gefühl, dass das Einholen überhaupt
Well,
nichts bringt.
that wasn't much of a challenge. Guess it's important to stay calm.
Probieren wir noch einen anderen zu fangen. Ja, ihr.
Reel it in.
Ach, jetzt verstehe ich, okay. Nein! Nein! Ich wurde genutzt.
Dagnabbit, it got away.
Nein, ich habe mir so eine Mühe gegeben, diesen speziellen Fisch zu bekommen. Okay, nochmal.
All right. I'll let you go this
Ich verstehe es nicht. Wenn ich einholen mache, wird es nur schlimmer, habe ich das Gefühl. Naja. Vielleicht brauche ich auch die richtigen Angelköder dafür. Ich nehme mir irgendwann mal die Zeit und setze mich damit genauer auseinander. Wow. Die sind neu. Warte mal, dann machen wir erst hier die.
Right, here goes! You're mine! It's over! You're mine! Swallow blade! Big blast! Lightning thrust! Struck! Lunar Rongo! Hurricane thrust!
Flaming meteor!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get the line rolling
Got it.
now.
I'll leave it to you! Mirage! Huh?
I'm gone.
Aua.
You're mine! Struck! Be still!
Up the door. All right.
Okay, ja, jetzt setzt er öfters in die Line. Das ist schon mal gut.
Dazzle!
I'm gone. Now. That's it.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Don't get careless.
Wilder Wumsel, okay.
You're finished! It's
Now you
on!
see what I can do.
This one's mine.
Eat this.
I'll tear you apart! Turbine Alpha!
They may look like you can stop, but
Rising
they're
Water!
bigger.
Take this! You're finished!
I'm on a roll
Only
now.
Take this!
I can handle it.
Lightning Thrust! No escape!
Raging cascade.
You picked the wrong fight!
Oh, Mann. Ei, ei, ei.
Lightning Thrust! Mirage! Rising Wyvern!
Demon's Descent. Flashing Fang.
Watch this! Take this! Dazzle!
All right. Let me out.
Mirage!
Ja, der Heal geht aber halt immer auf sie, ne? Da muss man immer in ihrer Nähe stehen bleiben.
You're mine! Here! Dazzle! Mirage!
Oh,
Be still! Mirage! I'm not done! Lightning Thrust! Mirage!
Maybe this one.
Eat this.
Here I come!
I'll run you through.
More where that came
Lightning
from.
Thrust! You're mine!
Oh, now I'm real mad.
Mirage!
Going in.
Cascade.
I'm on this.
Here!
Looks make it rain.
Frozen.
Hammer.
Dragon
Here
Shell.
I come!
Look sharp.
Stardust!
More where that came from.
Do it.
Kisara. Frozen.
Hammer.
okay, ich erkenne jetzt erstmal, wie Shionne, wie gut sie als Healerin
I
ist.
barely worked up a sweat.
Sie macht schon einiges leichter. Und das andere ist einfach zu teuer. Also wenn die quasi alle auf Objekte gehen, und dann werfen die fröhlich mit den Pfirsich-Gelees rum und dann haben wir ganz schnell kein Geld mehr. Deswegen finde ich, also man könnte zwar eine andere Heal-Sparte fahren, das ist wahrscheinlich dann fürs Late-Game ganz okay, weil man dann eh genug Geld hat für die Gelees. Aber so ist das gerade, finde ich, zu teuer. Dann verlasse ich mich lieber auf Kisaras Schild. Warte mal, ein Hugel ist doch, ein Hutel ist doch hier auch irgendwo aufgetaucht. Vielleicht hier? Da! Oh mein Gott. Aua. Warte, ich muss da echt durchschleichen? Oh mein Gott. Hat er gemacht. Okay, ganz ruhig. Put, 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 put. Put, 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 put. Ah, das ist das krasseste Versteck bisher. Also im Sinne von erreichen.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho!
Tschüss.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Auch noch mal ein Riesenplatz hier. Nice.
What's this thing?
Und das mit den Wasserfällen sieht schon ganz cool aus. Haben ein bisschen Bock auf Tomb Raider jetzt. Es sieht schon nice aus. Also coole Welten haben die erschaffen.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shionne? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
Schon wieder ein Gespräch da hinten, der das doch weiterführen können. Oh, okay.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shionne and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shionne is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Warum ist denn
Hold on a
Alphen jetzt so
sec.
wütend?
Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shionne's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
Ja, erstmal ein Ründchen hinlegen. Sehr schön. Was kommt jetzt? Ey, das Spiel ist zurzeit eine reine Kojima-Produktion hier. Nur Sequenzen nacheinander.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Der hat ein bisschen was von Kais gerade gehabt, von Final Fantasy 13
Let's go.
2.
We don't want to keep Shionne waiting.
Ja. Ihr wolltet doch rasten, nicht ich. Ich würde aber sagen, wir machen hier mal Schluss. Denn vielleicht kommt ja schon mal eine Bestellung. Ja gut, gleich ist gut in einer Stunde. Aber trotzdem, dann kann ich gleich in Ruhe weitermachen. Und wir sehen uns dann in der nächsten Folge wieder. Ich hoffe, diese Folge hat euch gefallen. Bis demnächst.